Hi, everybody. Welcome to Ladies Power Lunch. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm really excited this morning because we have a powerhouse gracing us with her presence. And she's giving us a fantastic present today. She's teaching us all about opt ins. Now, here's the deal: you get up, you go, you speak at a thing, and at the end of it, people are really excited to do something with you. They might not be ready to buy your widget, but they might want to find a way to connect with you. They don't want to hop on your newsletter. They don't want to join your Facebook group. But if you have something that is meaningful to them, it's a great way for them to engage with you and for you to keep the conversation going until they get to that point in their customer journey where they're actually going to engage you. And so I think as entrepreneurs, this is a topic that we all need to really, really get under our belts and get under control. We've spoken at a thing, or we've made a Facebook post or some other social media post and people are engaging with it, or we've done something where people are now looking at us. What's the next step for them? What are they going to do next? Well, Gina's going to teach us today exactly what we need to do to ensure that the engagements that we're making are not just going by the wayside, but they're actually working for us to grow our impact. And yes, ladies, grow our income, because that's important too, right? Have a couple of wonderful entrepreneurs who've joined us in the Zoom studio today. And I just want to take a minute to introduce them, welcome them, and to find out from you, who are you? And just very, very briefly, what is it that you're doing in the world? Marianne, would you like to go first, please?
Thank you. I'm Marianne Pack. I am a spiritual medium and oracle for My Spirit Guides the Many. And I offer personal readings. If you have a question, that you could get some answers directly from source. So I like to offer that to people.
Oh, I am very happy that you're able to join us today. And I feel like you're going to get some really good information from our talk today. Can you say why you decided that it was so important for you to join us on the Zoom?
Sure. I have paper and pencil ready to go because I know Gina and I know the value of what she talks about. And opt-ins are definitely something I need to focus on because I have a journal that I give, but I'd like something a little more potent. So I really want to learn from Gina today.
Wonderful. So you're I'm not the only one who is the president of your fan club, Gina.
Yes,
Apparently, Marianne has joined the club as well. Welcome.
I'm
Well,
VP.
Marianne. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. So glad that you're able to join us. And I know your schedule is super busy. So I just want to know, who are you? What do you do? And why did you decide that it was so important for you to join us on this call today? What was it that drew you here?
Well, Gina, of course, as well as seeing your lovely face, Dr. Davia, and all of the lovely women that I get to connect with here. But I actually made sure I put this on my calendar because opt-ins are something that I absolutely need to be taking advantage of. And I know Gina is the queen on this, so I'm really excited to be hearing what you have to say, Gina. And so I am a financial advisor, and I really, my focus is helping women become one of the few financially empowered women.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Jackie. I'm not sure, Akonke, are you available? Are you in a position where you can introduce yourself at all? Welcome, Sister Akonke. Hi, my friend.
Hi, thank you. I'm excited to be here because opt-ins and having effective call to actions are definitely, this is really what I need to bring my business to, I guess, more forward movement. But I am a coach who helps women show up and shine in life, and I'm also a strategist. So I have several things that I do. I teach authentic voice, public speaking. I teach wellness. I teach spirituality. And because I'm multi-passionate, I know sometimes it's difficult for me to know exactly what to pull them into. So I'm very much in a process of cultivating all of that and deciding on that. And opt-ins are absolutely important, and CTAs are absolutely what I need to be diving into so that I can pull them into all the things that I do and deciding like what to do about that.
So, Gina, you have your marching orders. We have a medium, we have a financial advisor, and we have a coach who is multi passionate, just like yours truly. Just so talented. We can do so many things, right? So, Gina, I invite you to I first I want to say welcome, and I want to invite you to go ahead and you introduce yourself. Tell people what you want them to know about you, because I could go on all day about all the wonderful things that I know about you. And also, I invite you to tell us why opt-ins are so important.
Thank you, Davia. So I am Gina Johnson, holistic business coach, business strategist, and social entrepreneur. I work with business owners to help them design, launch, and grow their business. I'm very passionate about social entrepreneurship, infusing a give back and a cause into your business. I believe we should all have win-wins in life, and giving back is a way to do that while you're still making money. I'm really excited to share this program. It's typically a 45-minute presentation. I know we only have 30 minutes today, and we just chit-chatted for 10 of it. So I'm just going to blow through this pretty quickly. But Davia, I believe my VA sent you the opt-in link that you could post in the comments if people want to get their own copy of this PDF. And if you will allow me, I will jump in and share the screen.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and make you a co-host, Gina. And so you just need to accept that. And once you do, you'll be able to share your screen. And I'm gonna go ahead and find the opt-in, and I'm going to share that with everybody. And I just want you to know, guys, that we're going to give Gina the time and space that she needs today, because this is something that we all need to learn. So if we go over the 12 o'clock mark, if we get into the 12:15, 12:30 range, don't be mad at me, okay? This is important information.
Okay, so I am free on my end if I run over a little bit. So there's so many reasons you need an opt-in, but the number one reason you need an opt-in is really to grow your list. And number two is to show your credibility and to show your value. So people can see who you are and what it is that you do, and that you are an expert in your field. So this is, I'm not going to go through reading this, but on your own. What I want to say is what an opt-in is. So first off, if you're using Constant Contact, I don't know why, because you're paying for it. I love MailChimp because it's free. And what MailChimp is a place for you to put all of your contacts together, and you're able to sort them in different lists, and you can, yes, Davia.
I have a question, Gina. So yeah. I also do use MailChimp. Is there an advantage for using MailChimp over something like, say, Aweber or some of the other ones that are out there?
So the advantage of MailChimp is that it's free. Some of the other programs you have to pay for. So Constant Contact, you can do a lot of different things. You have to pay for it. It depends what you want to use it for. If you already have QuickBooks and another CRM system, and you're tracking people and you're doing all of the other things you need to do, the main focus of MailChimp is to email your contacts and also be able to create opt-ins, and you can sort them out in MailChimp and send an opt-in out. This opt-in, I can see who opened it, who clicked through it, you know, so and then they're on your email list. And so you're asking, when you're creating your opt-in, you're actually asking them, is it okay to put you on my email list? Once they say yes, then automatically you send the PDF. There are a gazillion training videos out there on YouTube giving you the technical ways to actually set up the landing page. But what we're going to get into today is the nuts and bolts of the why, and come up with some creative opt-ins for all of you. Anybody that wants to raise their hand, I will brainstorm an opt-in for you and your business based on what it is that you do. And so for those, were any of you in my marketing workshop? So you saw the funnel. Yes, and Marianne. So you saw the funnel, and the top of the funnel, and the funnel is the process, right? It's the whole sales process. The top of the funnel is what's going to bring people to a discovery call. And what's going to bring people to a discovery call is speaking, like today, your social media, an opt-in, doing a lunch and learn, doing a YouTube video, and all of those things, you're asking them to come on a discovery call. An opt-in is great because not only are they going to get on the discovery call, but now you have them on your list. So by doing that, you can use opt-ins for so many different things. So once you have them on your list, you know, of course, you don't want to ever give their information away. And you want to be careful, and you want to be mindful about how many emails you send out. I know there are some coaches that I've signed up for opt-ins and they're sending 2 and 3 emails out. Well, what that tells me is they're paying a lot of money for a VA, and I don't need any extra emails. I have 5,000 in my inbox. So I'm probably not going to follow them. I like to tell people the sweet spot for emails is once a week or twice a month. And that's just what you want to send out. So there's so many different things. So we'll go through this. A single opt-in sign up is where here's, you know, you could do a video where you're promoting it. Here's my video. Here's my 25 tips for X. So they click that, and then it automatically goes to MailChimp. I like the double opt-in because now you have an email and you have to confirm your email address and that you want to be on their opt-in. You want to be on your mailing list, because you don't ever want to put anybody on your mailing list that doesn't want to be there or doesn't know that they're going to be put on a mailing list, because it's bad business and they're going to tell people, oh, she just threw me on her list. You don't want to do that. So I like the double opt-in for that reason. And all it is, it's that simple, you know, and here's the reasons why. You want to check your typos, you want to confirm their email address. And if anybody has any questions, you can just raise your hand. Okay. So I want to talk about some of the best places to put your opt-ins. Does everybody know what Linktree is? Raise your hand if you know what Linktree is. Okay, so Linktree is amazing. It's free. And I will say, my friend Sixia just said this on our Google training the other day. If it's free, it's for me. And she stole it from someone else, and I'm stealing it from her. If it's free, it's for me. And so Linktree is, Instagram only allows you to have one URL. But if you get Linktree, again, it's free. You sign up for it and you put it on your Instagram, you can have multiple URLs. So opt-ins, if you go to my Instagram account and you click on my Linktree, there's probably 10 different opt-ins, 100 ways to market your business, you know, 25 questions to ask yourself before you launch a business, all these free things that people will want to know. Why is it there? Because I want to continuously grow my list. So I can just create an Instagram story and say, link in the bio. And then they go to the bio and they pick the opt-in, and boom, they're on my list. You can also use a Linktree on your Facebook page. If you have a big following there, you can put an opt-in. Let's see, I'm launching a course this summer, and it's called The Taste of Summer. It's a little bite-sized coaching program for newbie people to coach and just keep your business afloat this summer. And I'm throwing in an opt-in. I have the content. I'm throwing in 2 different opt-ins that I already own, that I already have. So you can use that as thrown in as extra add-ons. Of course, they're not going to have to click to get on my email list because they're already going to be on it, but I have the PDFs already created. So you can use it that way. You can use it to speak. So this is so I have an opt-in for an opt-in. How crazy is that? Right? So, so there's so many different ways that you can use it. You can use the content for the opt-in in so many different ways. So I have an opt-in that is 100 ways to market your business. It was a repurposed opt-in from a couple of years ago that was originally 75 ways to market your business, but I updated it with things like Clubhouse and some different things. So I did a lunch and learn teaching 100 ways to market your business. I set it up as an opt-in, so people on the lunch and learn have to click on it to get on my email list now. I could also take those 100 things and do 100 different videos or 100 different YouTube, videos, teaching and doing a little segment on each one. I could do a reel. I could do an Instagram story. There's so many different things. I could turn them into posts. I could strip them out. So it's amazing content to have. So I have a client and she sells a skincare line, and I had her create, I forget if it was 10 tips to stop your skin from aging or something like that. And what I said to her was, you save that, and over the summer when you're having barbecues and you're busy, you can take those 10 tips, and that could be one Instagram story a week that you do, is breaking out those tips. And she's like, brilliant. Like, you don't have to think. Here it is, you've already created it. So an opt-in can also work as a great way to organize your thoughts and create a PDF. It doesn't even have to be fancy. Of course, you want to make it, look decent. So when we create an opt-in, we want to keep it simple, right? We don't want to overload them with information. One of my favorite business books is Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller. And he has this really great way of explaining how to keep your copy and your content simple. He says you don't want to give the consumer too many calories to consume, which means too much to read. So when you say you're going to give someone an opt-in with 25 tips, only put 1 or 2 little sentences at the top of it and give them the tips. You can always put a call to action at the bottom of it, and you always want to brand the page with your business, and I would also number the page. Keep that in mind. If it's going to be a 1, 2 page, 3 page opt-in, you want to number them, but typically they're not that long. Okay, so what do we want to do with the opt-in? You want to make them an offer that they can't refuse. Who here would not want 100 tips on marketing your business, right? Raise your hand if you wouldn't want it. Everybody wants that, right? And if you are new to launching a business, wouldn't you want 25 questions to ask yourself before you launch a business? I would want that from a coach if I was new. So you want to come up with opt-ins that your audience needs. So we think about the problems you're solving. You're thinking about the questions your clients ask you, right? One of the questions people ask me all the time when I ask people, what keeps you up at night? The 2 things, number 1 is or if you wish you could, pay somebody what to do. One of them is their social media. And the second thing is what they don't know is the next step in their business. I don't know the next step, right? What else do I need to do? So one of the things I have that I give my clients is a business checklist, all the different things they should have in their business. Well, the course I'm doing, I just threw that in because I already own it. If I want to, I can make it an opt-in. Would I want to? I don't know. So just think about those types of things. And of course, you want to promote your opt-ins. You want to do an active campaign. You want to do videos. You want to lead people to the opt-in. So once you set up these landing pages, you can get fancy. You can do lots of graphics. All it is just one sheet. So when you click on it, it brings you right here. So this is an old version, the 75 ways to market your business. As I said, I repurposed. By the way, this opt-in is also on my website. So once you land on my website, I'm immediately giving to you. I'm giving you my tips and I'm getting your information, whether you stay or you don't. So that's always, sometimes they come in like your web designer will do them as a pop-up box, which are kind of cool. So all it is put your email address in, time to get marketing. You click on it. Now a double opt-in would bring you to an email, and it would say, you know, please confirm your email. You would say yes, and then the PDF would be emailed to you immediately. This is a little fancier. Someone set up a little more, you know, little colorful. So as I mentioned before, that MailChimp is the easiest one to do. And they use landing pages. So here is a simple, now you can go to YouTube and you can watch a video on this, but I've made it easy for you. And this is exactly how you do it. So I've broken down all the steps on creating that landing page. 1, 2, 3, easy peasy. And now we're going to get into what to use for an opt-in. Anybody have any questions? Everybody looks really serious. I love this. You're eating it up, right?
I just want to say hi to all the women who've joined us over on our Facebook group. And I want to let you know that you're getting some hearts and likes, and you're getting some comments like, thank you for bringing great value. And people like the idea of repurposing things and keeping the copy and the content simple, and asking the audience the questions that make your opt-ins the questions that clients ask all the time.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm on the right track, right? So when you think about an opt-in, let's think about those questions. Let's think about how much value you can give. And I always like to say, you want to go through life like this, right? And this is what I told my kids when they were little, when they didn't want to share their candy. And you have to have your hand open for something to fly in and something to fly out. You give, you receive. So don't come from scarcity and lack and say, I don't want to give all my secrets away. I don't want to give all the good stuff away. Well, by giving the good stuff away, you're showing your value and you're allowing people to see your expertise, and that's drawing them into you because they're saying, damn, they really know their stuff. You know what? I'm going to work with that coach. She's always giving everything away. If this is what she's giving away for free, wow, what else does she have, right? So keep that in mind related to your business. So think cheat sheets. Think about a cheat sheet. So here is a quick handy guide on how to do something, right? 20 steps to this, 10 steps to this. 100 is pushing it. I mean, I don't even know how I came up with the first 75, but then I came up with 100, but there really are 100 different ways to market your business. So think about some little reference, some little, 5 steps to X, and here's all the steps, whatever it is related to your business. For you two intuitives that are in the room that are logging on, it could even be, 5 steps to opening up your own intuitive ability, right? I don't know, grounding, lighting a candle, meditation, blah, blah, blah. That's off the top of my head. Whatever it is that you come up with. Well, somebody who's beginning their spiritual journey and is interested in that will click on that, your ideal client, because that's right for them. And those little steps, by you telling them to meditate, you're not giving any big secrets away. Once they coach with you and then they get on a call with you, you're going to go deep, right? You're not going to go wide. You're going to go deep into those 5 things. And that's why I love teaching on the opt-ins. So you have 10 tips for this or 20 tips for this. Just because they already have the opt-in, you haven't gone deep and really broken things down. So think about those cheat sheets, those tips. Checklist. People love checklists. My business checklist is 2 pages. When you launch a business, there's so many things to do legally for your business. So that's gold for people to get their hands on that list. Well, I haven't put it out there as an opt-in. I only give it to my clients that sign up, but who knows, maybe I will. But think about that checklist of things for people to do. A guide. People love guides. So a guide is kind of like a cheat sheet or a checklist. You can call it something else. People love roadmaps, a blueprint. I taught the marketing course, and I created a rinse and repeat quarterly blueprint for your marketing. That's gold. You just you fill it in every quarter, and you just redo it. A tracker, right? If you are a health coach and you are looking to gain new clients or get on discovery calls, create a daily food tracker, right? How much water intake? Did you eat your this? Did you eat your that? There's so many different things that you can create to give your people. Again, keep thinking about those questions when you are having a discovery call or an onboarding session with a new client. What are they asking? Those questions are gold. When I'm done with this training and I say, are there any questions in the room? I have a notebook open and I'm going to be writing those questions down, because I think if one person has that question, everyone has that question. Maybe I need to create an opt-in. Maybe I need to teach a workshop on it, because I want people to, get the knowledge that they need. So a tracker, comparison chart. I love that. Like, think about eat this, not that. How awesome is that, right? Instead of having this, you can replace it with this. That's just an example, but comparison charts are great. A script, right? If you are a business strategist or a sales coach, creating a script, for follow-up calls, creating a script for pretty much anything that your customers will be doing. And then the bonus, many of these opt-ins can be repurposed, as I said earlier, for, giveaways. So even if you're speaking in person, you're already going to get their information because they registered for the workshop. So it's no skin off of your back. If I was speaking in person and I was teaching my marketing strategy, my quarterly event, I probably would print out and include in my packet, because I always give a packet, that opt-in of 100 ways to market your business, just as a bonus, because I want to wow them. I want to over deliver. So when they leave, they say, damn, she knows her stuff. I want to work with her. So that's another way that you can use your opt-ins. You can use them when you onboard someone. Hey, by the way, here's a little freebie for you. If you have a discovery call with someone, person might not be ready to sign, they're already on your email list, go ahead and send them the PDFs anyway. Why not? Share your knowledge. Any questions?
We have a question over here in the Facebook group, and I think you're gonna address, headlines for your opt-ins a little later on.
Yes.
But Tiffany over here in our Facebook group, she's asking, she does things with money, and she's wondering if "Where is your extra money hiding" is a good title for an opt-in.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And so here's Tiffany, I will come up with something creative for you. So this is something that I included for you. There's 2 pages, and you'll see this in the opt-in, 2 pages of headlines, right? Here's my gift to you, a free blank email on blah, blah, blah. Do you know the best way to triple your blank? Download your guide to getting blank. These are the things that you can use on your social media posts, on your emails. You don't really want to email this out because they're already on your email. And the whole point of this is to grow your email list and get people to a discovery call. And you always want to have a call to action. So if you're signing up for my opt-in, at the bottom of it, I'm inviting you to a conversation. I'm inviting you to a discovery call to see if I'm a good fit for you. So any questions on this? Boost your blank in just 10 minutes. Download and learn your next steps to boom. Give me 10 days and I will show you how to boom. And then that's when you put it in, and then that's how they get, they'll get it. Jackie, I'm calling on you. Any questions?
This is amazing material, because as you know, you and I are working together, and I know the opt-ins have to be, that's something that you've been drilling into me. So this is gold right here, gold.
So Jackie happens to be my financial advisor. And so we're double dipping here, right? So I'm her coach and she's my financial advisor. She's fantastic. So of course, I know how knowledgeable Jackie is and how she over delivers, and she does so many things more than just being a financial advisor. So Jackie could come up with 10 opt-ins. And by the way, a rule of thumb, I like my clients and I suggest to them that they create a new opt-in every quarter. And so as the years go on, you're going to have so much content, not only to speak on, but to give away, to use. So Jackie, you could come up with 10 things to, 10 questions or 10 things every entrepreneur should be doing for to prepare for their financial wellness.
Right.
Because that's a whole different ballgame for entrepreneurs, right? We have to think about, as you and I working on my future and my retirement. So you don't know what you don't know until I worked with you. And I said, oh, okay, now this makes sense, right? So you want to educate them on that. Mm-hmm. You're not giving away the secret sauce. You're not giving away the keys to the castle. But you want to pick something that fits you. Right? So skyrocket your blank, get on my VIP list, plus you'll receive a blank insight on blah, blah, blah. Unless you are a super high energy, flashy in your person kind of face, you're not going to pick that as a line. You want to pick something that represents you, that feels right. So which is why I gave you so many different examples, because we're all different people. We all have a comfort zone and we have a style and we have a way we speak to our customers. So you want to pick that lead that's going to get them in. And once you have that opening sentence, you want to give a couple of little tidbits away that are in the opt-in. So to make sure that it's really resonating with them. Not exactly the content, but something related to it. And the best way to do that is with bullet points. Again, not too many calories for the consumer to consume who's reading it, just a couple of little bullet points and they know what they're going to be getting in the opt-in. And I love to have the headline, but addition to the headline, it's a short video or an Instagram story, and you're explaining, that old link in bio. And if you feel like you did an amazing Instagram story and you led people to your bio, save it in your highlights so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And if people pull up your Instagram account, they could just click your highlight and it's evergreen and it's constantly growing your list. Is that making sense? Davia, any more questions?
I have another question for an opt-in idea for the headline. Raise your credit score 30 points in 3 months. How could you reword
that? Sounds like you want me to buy something. I would turn that into 5 tips to raise your credit score. Simple, short, bite size. Once they get the tips and then you're on your email, well, now you can send them that email that's inviting them to a conversation or selling them a course to do this, but it's too much. So I would just simplify it. 5 tips, 10 tips, or ways to this. Anything else? Anybody else?
I think it would be nice if you could, I love all the information that you're sharing with us. And if you could give us just some do's and don'ts for opt-ins.
Okay, so the number one don't is don't make it too complicated. Simple, bite-sized chunks, right? How do we eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. Think about this as an opt-in. You want to make it simple, you want to make it easy to read, and you want to make it a no-brainer. Why do I want this, right? And your person, if you already know who your ideal client is, you're solving their problem, their pain point, what keeps them up at night. So just keep thinking about that. If you've done your ideal client avatar, if you haven't, you should reach out to me and I'll do it with you. And you name that avatar, and let's say my avatar is Susan. Would Susan buy this from me? Is Susan's pain point X? Does Susan have an opt-in? Probably not. So, hey, I'm going to give this opt-in on opt-in or this training. So just keep thinking of that. And the do is you want to use it again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Any which way you can use it. So keep using that opt-in, because just because you think, oh, I've already posted this. Well, not everybody sees everything. You can also pin it to the top of your page if you have a group. You can also take the opt-in. I have an automatic responder on my Facebook business page. If you send me a message on Facebook, on my business page, not on my personal account, it will say, hey, thanks for reaching out to ginajohnson.co. You know, I've stepped away from my desk. We'll get back to you in 24 hours. In the meantime, here's I don't know, 100 ways to market your business. I don't even know what opt-in is. Here's an opt-in. So right away, another way, I'm grabbing you and I'm getting you on my list, and I gave you something. So now you can print out those things. So a do is get it out there, share it, share it, share it, and don't hold back. If you have some juicy tips, share them. Think about what goes out comes back to you. So here's just another great example. So she has taken it to the next level. She has her logo there. She has her picture. Again, you're just be clicking on this quickly. So she's sign up here for free instant access. Here's your email list. She's asking a question. Just another great example. Here's another one. Again, clearly you can see they have VAs and they have designers that are doing these things. You don't have to make it fancy. I pump out so many emails. My VA would kill me if I asked her to make everything this fancy. I just do a simple little landing page. She's even gone and put a video on it. If you are a photographer, if you are a web designer, I hope yours is prettier than mine. It should be fancy and it should be beautiful if that's what you do. So think about, you know, what it is that you do. I'm a former chef. I would never serve boxed cookies. I would make them from scratch. But you want to think about what it is that you do in your business to what your opt-in should look like if you're a web designer. Another example, you know, your email. And that is pretty much it. So I went really fast. I went over a little bit. Again, Davia is going to put the link in so you can get on my list because I send out tips. Again, I only send out 1 or 2 a month, tips and tricks and strategies. If there's any more questions, or if anybody has a business and they want to ask me what I think a great opt-in would be, I can bang them out like that. So try to stump me.
Let's invite Akanke onto the stage with you. And I think she does have quite a few questions.
Great.
A question. Are you saying that you use MailChimp to actually create your opt-in page?
Yes.
I know that they are a content management system or I know that they're used for other things, but you actually use them to create an opt-in page.
Yes, and the steps are broken down on how to actually go through it all.
Okay, and you mentioned that it's free, so there's a free, it's a free account. Or
it is. The only caveat with MailChimp is you have to put your address in there.
Okay.
So that's one of the things you have to sign off on, is that you're giving your address. So if you
address.
Physical address. So if you're working from home, you might want to think about getting a PO box just for a different address. This is why these co-working spaces are fantastic, because you can use your co-working space address for your MailChimp signature. And then once you go in, you can also create an account. And so a template. So I have a template in my MailChimp that always has all of my social media, my picture. It's standard. So every time I send out an email, that's automatically on the bottom of it. It's always there.
Okay. And that's probably connected to like autoresponders. So once they opt in, you send them something, and then you send them something else a few days later or a week later.
And I don't typically do that because I'm not a big spammer, but you can create an opt-in where they sign up for your opt-in and they get your, you know, they double signed up, they get your tips, and then it would be another automatic thing you could set up, you know, in 2 weeks, you know, hey, did you, I see you downloaded my 100 tips, blah, 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 blah. You know, if you have any questions, would you like to hop on a call? I don't like those emails. So I don't do it because I'm not chasing you. If you're ready to work on your business, you're going to take the step and you're going to come to me. I'm not chasing anyone, because if I have to chase you, then you're not going to do your homework, and I'm not your coach because I want you to do your homework. So that's just my own personal philosophy, but a lot of people do that. They'll make 2 and 3 sequences to follow up automatically.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, Davia.
Okay, so over here on Facebook, we still are getting tons of hearts and likes. So just so you know, they're following along. And I have a
Great.
question from Nancy. Nancy says, how do you promote your landing pages?
So you're not promoting the landing page, you're promoting the opt-in, and you are, so right, all marketing is telling people what you do over and over and over again in a creative way. So you're going to do it with a short video on an Instagram story. You're going to do it when you're a guest. You're going to do it when you have a conversation. So let's just say, Nancy, I met you, you and I are having a conversation, and you asked me what I did, and I told you, and you say, oh, do you do marketing? And I say, oh yes, I definitely, that's one of my secret ingredients. It's something that I love doing. And Nancy, you share with me, you know, I'm really not ready to work with a coach, but you know, I am struggling with my marketing. I say, oh, Nancy, I'm happy to send you my 100 tips. So you can share it anytime, anyway. And just keep in mind, people understand that they're going to be on your email list, which is why we do the double opt-in. You're saying right there that they're checking that they agree to be on your list. But social media is a great way to get it out there.
I think there is an opportunity, Gina, for you to come back in and talk about promoting your opt-in and a lot of different ways that that can happen. So, Marianne,
Okay.
did you have any questions for Gina before we go, before we wrap this up?
Just real quick, it's because of Gina in one of her classes that I went to Medium rather than Spiritual Guide. So, because she helped me figure out that it was actually mediumship. Anyway, you know, in the past I've had, and I still do, has a journal of positive aspects that I offer, but I want to do something different. Do you have any brilliant ideas of what I could offer as an opt-in?
Well, I love the question, and thank you for the compliment. What I just suggested earlier were, you know, 5 ways to open up your intuitive ability or something like that. So, or it could be 10 tips on listening to your intuition. That's in line with your business. That's in line with your brand. So you are not just a medium. You offer many, many other things as well. So you're showing your expertise. So I would love to get a reading for someone who's not only just a medium, but is also an expert in teaching people and guiding people on their spiritual journey, spiritual coaching, spiritual counseling, right? And so offering tips related to, it's just showing your expertise, and you don't have to go into it and break each one down. Some opt-ins just have the tips. Personally, I like to have 1 or 2 little sentences with the opt-in to give like an example.
Right. Yeah. I think yes. Just keeping it to 1 or 2 statements or sentences, because I can write a book.
So think of the calories. And you know what I tell people, when you're creating an opt-in, if you have too much content, get out another sheet of paper and go like, oh, this is going to be my second opt-in, because maybe you're not, you know, you're going to go a little wider. Sometimes you want to go deep, sometimes you want to go wide. So especially something else too, I always suggest to people, when you're creating your signature talk, you can't squeeze everything in. So think about what's the next talk, because when someone has you come on, and if I didn't have multiple talks, Dr. Davia would not have me keep coming back again and again, but she knows I have probably 15, 20 things that I can speak about. If I just had one, then I would be one and done and not have an opportunity to come back again. And it typically takes people, you know, 5 to 7 touches before they purchase. And what that means is you experiencing my expertise before they pull the trigger and they say, you know what, I've heard her speak, I've seen her stuff, she's my coach, I'm going to hop on a call. And a lot of times by the time it gets to that point, I don't even have to give them the price. They're like, sign me up. Like, I know you're it. and because you've given so much away. So just kind of just while you're writing it out, if you have too much, Marianne, think about the second opt-in and the third. It doesn't mean you have to create it and pull the trigger.
Right.
Save it for another month or two and then, use it then.
Very good. Thank you.
Welcome.
I like the idea of really having more than one opt-in and being able to cycle through them and that sort of thing, because I really see an opportunity for people to really get an idea of how much you have to offer. So I absolutely agree. I think it's a great idea, Marianne, if you feel like you're getting into too much detail, to just start working on the next opt-in. Awesome.
And my final little tidbit that I want to add is don't forget your call to action. My call to action is always, let's hop on a discovery call if you want to continue this conversation. Then you can see if I'm for you and you're for me. Give them a call to action. If you have a Facebook group you want them to join, that's a call to action. Join my Facebook group. Here's the whatever.
Best call to actions, what would those be? What would you say?
Well,
Calls to action.
It depends on who you are and what you offer. So it could be to join a group. It could be to come to an event. It could be get on a discovery call. I mean, there's so many different things. It could be follow me on X, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or I mean, depending where you want to focus and what you want that call to action to be.
Awesome. I love it. Gina, final words. If people took...
We had a question.
Was there a question? Did I miss one?
Okay, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was just asking, my previous question was asking what's the difference between a landing page and an opt-in page. But I was also wondering, isn't an opt-in page like a call to action? Aren't you asking them to sign up on your list? So,
but don't end it there.
Okay.
Take it to the next step, right?
So once they put their email address in, it takes them to another page where you tell them to get.
No, it's just at the bottom. So
okay.
So here's my 100 tips at the bottom. For more information or to expand on this, let's hop on a call and have a conversation. So meaning, if you like some of those tips and you want to talk to me about marketing, let's hop on a call, and then I just put my information. But some people, I have friends that just launched a YouTube channel, a talk show, and for them, a great call to action is please subscribe to my YouTube channel. For Dr. Davia, her call to action is always join my Ladies Power Lunch group.
And that's our call to action for the show for today, guys. If you're not already a member of Ladies Power Lunch, please join the Ladies Power Lunch group. There we go.
Right on cue.
Right on cue. So thanks, Akanke. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks, Marianne. Gina, as I was saying before, if people take nothing else away from our talk with you today, what would you like them to remember?
Go through life like this. Give, receive, give. Share your knowledge. Get it out there. Let people know what you know. And then that's why they're going to want to work with you based on your skills and your expertise.
I love that. I love that so very much. Thank you so much, Gina. Thanks to the ladies who joined us over on our Facebook group. And thanks to you beautiful ladies who were our in-studio guests, Marianne, Akanke, and Jackie. Guys, it's Friday and the party continues. So we have Free Gift Friday coming up later. Next week is going to be a pretty busy week for us here at Ladies Power Lunch, because on Monday, it's our monthly networking meeting. And on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, Darla Ledoux presents Shift the Field Live. We've also noticed that there could be some conversation that we could entertain about money and money mindset. And so Jackie, among other presenters who are very skilled on this idea of shifting our money mindset, will be taking us through a full week of money mindset workshops. It's going to be May, hang on, I'm pulling up my calendar here. And yes, guys, it is a paper calendar. May 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and 28th, 5 days focused on money mindset. So I just want you guys to know there's a ton of value here. There is so much information that is being shared by our sisters here in Ladies Power Lunch. So grab your calendars. If it's a paper one, I won't judge you too harshly because I also have one. And just make sure that you're showing up for all the things. Come to Free Gift Friday. Come next week when we have our monthly networking meeting. Show up for Shift the Field Live. And of course, come and shift your money mindset the following week. And we'll see you guys on the next show. Thanks, everybody. Have a
Thanks for
great
having
day.
me,
Bye.
Davia.
Thank you, Gina.
Bye.